I am very careful about what I do. I don't leave a space without leaving a mark.
And without any further ado, would like to also introduce in Studio 1 Farida Ali. Hello Farida, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Karibu Mo Radio.
Asante, asante. I love the energy. I love how you hyping yourself up. You're just in your element. Kabisa, kabisa.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I feel like we love
Wazito.
Farida,
Yeah.
tell us who you are, what do you do, and what makes up Farida Ali?
Well, okay. So, kwa majina naitwa Farida Ali, aka Mombasa Girl. I call myself Mombasa Girl simply because I am a story, or rather I am a person who was born and raised in Mombasa and still making it in Mombasa. That is why I tend to use that as a hashtag and as an aka name. I'm a community social worker by profession. I'm also a trained trauma healing counselor, and I'm also a value-based education facilitator. So all those hats ninaziva. Apart from that, I think from the nature and the experiences that I've gone through in life, I have adopted the philanthropic nature and I've made it to be my life, and in everything that I do, it still falls on charity, humanity, and service to the community.
Wow, you can get that passion in her voice.
I tell you. Mimi nina swali. Why philanthropy?
Philanthropy, because I have seen people helping me, and I have once been in a situation where I needed help.
That's very essential.
Okay.
People out here know you as Mombasa Girl, as Farida, but what makes Farida apart from what we know, like the whole program that makes you a special woman today?
Well, I think down to mimi mwenyewe, my personality, I'm such a bubbly person, and when I go into spaces, I am very careful about what I do. I don't leave a space without leaving a mark. I'll make sure once I leave there, it's either I'm remembered for something good, or I've left a message that has touched somebody and even transformed somebody's life. So that's me naturally. Yeah.
Wow. And Farida is here to tell us and enlighten us on what she does and some of the things that she has gone through throughout her journey of having her own philanthropic escape.
Philanthropic mission.
Imekuwa kubwa sasa.
Philanthropic escape. Because, for many, the reason why I'm using escape is this. There's so many people out here who are already knowing exactly where they want to be. Farida would have chosen to be a doctor or a dentist. But for her escape, for her niche, is philanthropy.
Philanthropy, yeah.
Manze, nipigeni makofi. Mbona mnasmile? Thank you very much. Farida, back to you. Maybe you can highlight on some of the things that you have been undergoing, or some of the challenges that you've been facing while pursuing your dream.
Well, okay. The first I'll just say what Elimcare does. Elimcare is a community-based organization that is based in Mombasa. We are championing for education development by addressing different challenges that are coming around education. Issues of gender-based violence, issues of gender equity and equality, students lacking resources, and when we talk of resources, we even talk of simple things like books, pens, and school fees, and some things like even shaping their moral values. And we do that through charity. That's now the philanthropic world. We try fundraise here and there so that we can get these resources tufikie hawa wanafunzi shuleni. And then the second thing is through volunteerism. Volunteerism, we work with a network of volunteers who bring their capacities of different network and different avenues. We bring it together so that we can implement these projects so that it was successful. And then the other thing we do is we do advocacy, where we see there's a gap. We raise our voice. I do raise my voice very well, even if it's shaking. Yes, especially on aspect of an equal distribution of education resources, mahali mtu amenyanyasika, or if anything is just not going right in the community, I will raise my voice, and my team and the people, the group of people who've been working with me this journey. Alafu lastly, what we do still ni mentorships now. We believe that kitambo mtu afikie mahali, there's somebody you always look up to, and you need somebody to hold your hand to get to a point where you feel like this is a stable point, I can move going forward. And since pia mimi mwenyewe I've experienced all this, hivi vitu vote ambavyo navifanya, they are all shaped down, or rather they come from where I come from.
And where do you come from, if I may ask?
Okay, I was born and raised in Mombasa, Shanzu specifically, which is still under Kisauni constituency. I'm the firstborn in a family of 2. My parents divorced immediately after I finished high school. So my journey is a journey that has inspired me to be where I am.
Okay.
How? I know how it feels like to lack school fees.
Okay.
Mimi ni yule mwanafunzi ambaye nilikaa sana nyumbani, especially high school, kwa sababu ya ukosefu wa karo. Nilikuwa nafukuzwa nikirudi nyumbani, na ukirudi nyumbani pia wazazi hawaelewani, wanapigana. Now the issue of gender based violence is coming in, but then sikuwa naelewa ni nini hichi mpaka nilipomaliza shule. I always wanted to be a journalist because naongea, nafanya nini. Baadaye nikienda hospitali tena nataka kuwa nurse, nikiwa na manasi nataka kuwa nurse. So I didn't know hii kuongea na hii kukua caring inatoka wapi. But then I thank God through the support of people. Mimi naweza sema mimi ni mtoto wa jamii. I have seen people fundraising for me. Watu walikuwa nazungushiwa makaratasi wanichangie school fees ili niweze kurudi shuleni nimalize masomo yangu. Na hata nilipomaliza masomo yangu, it wasn't easy out here. Nimekuwa nikijitolea kwa mashirika yasiyo ya kiserikali on different projects, and that is how I found fulfillment.
Wow.
Alafu apart from that, I think kumwamini Mungu, na pia ukiwa na ari ya kwa you want to reach to something, you will definitely do it. These opportunities didn't come to me zikanibishia Farida tumefika. No, they didn't do that. I was somebody who always approached people, even through social media. I'll see more radios nini nitawaandikia hivyo. So I used to reach out to people. Hi, my name is Farida, I'm from Mombasa. Hata sina title yoyote. I'm from Mombasa. I do this and this, and I want to go to school. Because that has always been my dream immediately after high school. But sasa wazazi ndo hao, situation yenyewe pia ndio hiyo. Nakumbuka nimemaliza mtihani wangu, narudi nyumbani, and then I see my mom, she has packed everything. Ananiambia, unajua nini binti yangu, mimi nimevumilia mengi katika hii ndoa, na sasa nimemaliza safari yangu. Naamini kwa mali nimekufikisha, unaweza kuendelea na maisha. So it's upon you to decide.
Those are your mother's words.
Those are my mother's words.
On leaving.
Exactly. It's upon you to decide that you're going to stay with your father, or you're going to live with me and your brother. We're just the two of us. Actually, it's my brother's birthday today.
Happy birthday!
So for me,
tutamwimbia happy birthday.
Ile design.
Okay, na form.
Okay, so sikuwa naelewa, nikafikiria kwenda kijijini tena. Nikamwambia nyinyi nendeni, alafu mimi nitabaki.
Okay.
So nikabaki pale na babangu. Nikikuwa nakosa kitu nikimpigia mamangu. So unajua ile ni watu wawili ambao wamekosana. Mamangu anampigia babangu kama mzazi mwenzake, akimwambia mtoto umemnyima hivi, mtoto umefanya nini? And then all the violence now is directed to me. So hivyo ndo nikajipata nimetoka kwetu, ninaishi kwa marafiki, kuishi kwa mashangazi. Yaani nimeishi nyumba tofauti tofauti katika hali yangu ya mimi kujitafutia. Na ikafika mahali, ikafika mwisho ikabidi nirudi kijijini.
Maybe we can get 2 questions from you lovely ladies.
I have heard your story, and it's very, very inspiring. One that is very, very encouraging.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about the challenges that you face, because I believe the challenges is something that just keeps on coming.
Yeah.
What is that greatest win you have had that gets you up every single morning? I want to have another win like this one.
Well, I think the moment I stepped into university without my parents, without anyone who knows me, making it possible. Just a family somewhere saw my story and they decided to support my education. So that has been my greatest win, because I have tried to apply for different scholarship here and there, even in the Ministry of Education, Mombasa County, by then Tendai Mtana. I always mention it specifically because I wrote directly to him and it never went through. But immediately this family approved and I stepped in uni. That was my greatest win, and I was like, you know what, Farida, hakuna kitu hakiwezekani.
Okay, that's fantastic. Kara?
For me, what I will ask is that being a coastal lady, a coastal girl, with all those social stereotypes that have been made to look like it's the normal, it's the usual in this community. And you chose a path that is so difficult for a girl, the advocacy and activism in education and all that. What motivated you specifically? Like, what is that thing that told you like you can be the voice for these other girls, other ladies who would want to, you know, venture into that path of activism and advocacy for such kind of things that you advocate for?
I think my family still, because I was a child who suppressed my feelings. I didn't even get time to express what I feel and what I feel that is wrong or right. So in my element, naturally I'm loud, I'm a loud person, I'm a bubbly person, but probably I was forced to suppress everything, and it's something that I'm disagreeing with. So growing up, I felt like I really need to unlearn this, and with my confidence and everything, nikamo, you know what, I will not stay silent, because I'm sure there are very many Faridas out here. It's just that hawana watu wa kuwaambia wafanye vipi, ama they don't have somebody to look up to who is actually doing that. And taking it back to the challenges of the coast, my dad is a Muslim. That's why I get the Islamic names, Farida Ali. I was raised with my dad. But then again, come to look at my journey, nimekaa na Wakristo, nimekaa na Catholic, nimekaa na ACK, malezi yangu yote. So there's usually, not me mwenye, if you look at me right now, I'm not wearing a hijab, right? But sometimes you see me in a long dress, in a hijab, in a turban, in everything. I get to define the relationship I have with God and what. Napata hizo cheche za maneno sana, napata hizo vita, napata hizo changamoto, especially on social media. Mtu anakuona nakwambia hijab iko wapi Faridali? Even traveling, I travel in the immigration, nikitoa passport yangu because I'm wearing a turban and my name is Islam na mimi ndo huyo na locks zangu. Mtu ananiambia kaa kando. I'm always put aside since I started traveling.
That is very unfair.
Simply
very,
because
very
of my religion, my names and everything. But I think mwisho wa siku maneno yatakuwa. Maneno yatakuwa.
True. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that was very, very intense. And in case you're just tuning in and listening in, leo tuko na Farida Ali, founder of Elimu Care. She's enlightening us on some of the mentorship programs that she does and also about her philanthropy. So if you have any questions you want to ask her, all you have to do is just text us up kwa 23440. That is 23440. Ama pia unaweza kutupigia simu umuulize swali directly on some of the things that she has opened up to us. She is young but also has a powerful voice that royals more than a lion. So Farida Ali, sasa kwa vile muda umetupita kidogo, we also want to ask something from you.
Okay.
What make you feel, let me see, what makes you feel complete? What makes you feel complete? You as Farida Ali, what makes you feel complete? Because you've given us the journey that you've had, separation of your parents, education, and you also trying to push up the way forward so that people can also follow pursuit and help other students in their education also. So what makes you complete?
Wow, that's a tricky question. I think dwelling in a society where all these challenges that I have mentioned and people are experiencing, we are moving a step towards now solving them. And I think I get fulfillment when I see we are peaceful, when I see we are okay. Yeah, that's where I draw my fulfillment, seeing somebody happy, seeing somebody not experiencing what I had to go through and even more.
Wow, that is so nice. Ladies?
For me, I would say, you know, Ali, you mentioned that what really gets you going is knowing that there are other Faridas out there. And I can say in the 21st century, in 2022, it is very unfortunate that an empowered woman has become a minority in our society. You know, just the voice of Farida Ali in Mombasa, you are a voice for so many other people. So don't stop. Don't stop. It gets difficult, it gets really hard, and sometimes you wake up and you're asking yourself, why did I choose this path?
Exactly.
You know, but don't stop. You can take a break, but don't stop.
Thank you.
For me, I just want to know from you about Elimu Care. What is the vision of Elimu Care like in some years from now? What would you want it to grow into? Would you want it to get a step further from not Mombasa and coast as a whole and try to expand it? Like, what are your dreams about Elimu Care?
Okay, one, the mission is to see a Kenya where every child is able to access a quality education regardless of their socioeconomic status, because I think our socioeconomic status, that's where the line is being drawn. Kuna huyu anapata better education compared to this one, kuna huyu anapata better resources compared to this one. It's all because of pesa.
Money.
Exactly, because money is everything. And I feel like Elimcare is, you guys expect more from me, because it's not only going to be advocating for change outside. I'm trying to see how I can also be in the system, because sometimes in as much as you try to advocate from outside, kelele zako zitazoeleka, utasaidia sana, but you'll not be able to reach watu wengi. But then how can Elimcare be part of the system? And when you talk of the system, we are talking of government forming this curriculum, being part of the whole committee that forms education curriculums, being part of the committee that makes decisions about education in the country. Because I feel the moment tumefikia hapo, basi we will be impacting the whole community of Kenya.
Fantastic.
Wow.
So Farida,
Yes.
how can people reach out to you? How can they find you? How can they contact you? Kindly do share, because right now there are people who are listening in and tuning in na wanaweza kuwa kuna shida wanapitia, lakini sasa wewe ndio umekuwa suluhisho. So please let us know, how can people contact you?
Okay, so napatikana on all social media platforms as Farida Ali. Farida with a H, alafu ile Ali jamani, it's ALLY. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. Na pia pale YouTube, I have a YouTube channel where I host conversations bado za kuelimisha jamii, and sometimes share my personal stories and the experience of the work that I do on ground. That is the most uniqueness thing about my YouTube channel. Farida Ali, Farida with a H, I still insist, Ali ALLY. And if it's an emergency, you can drop a text, I'll follow up. If it's something I can't help, we always do referrals. So yeah, just reach out to us, and you can follow Elimcare still on all social media platforms.
Awesome. Thank you so much Farida Ali for coming in today. Na umesikia venye amesema unaweza ukampata.
It's a wrap, guys. That was my experience at Mo Radio.